welcome back again to our favorite Potato League. Today, we've got a TvZ versus Zeal of War. I want to talk about some good things and bad things I did in my build that ultimately, well, I lost this game, but let's take a look at it. Just a nice quick 9-minute here. So, the build I was going for was a Cyclone drop into a bio push at about 7:30 with +1 combat shields and stim pack. That was my goal. So, a couple interesting things going on here. We'll talk about it. What was good on my side and what was bad on his side. What I saw, what I needed to see. So this is just a Reaper, a gas first Reaper expand is what's going on. But I'm sending out an SCV at 17. I should at least, yeah. SCV at 17 to 18 to check if he's going pool first or not. So I did see something on the minimap. My minimap awareness is kind of what I want to talk about this time. So you might have seen it. It was right on this line here, but there was a little dot on my minimap here. And let's see what this is. So this is the first kind of interesting point of this match. That first kind of interesting point of this match that we're going to talk about. So right here, I see there's a drone waiting for me. Guess what Terran can do? We can fly our buildings. So I think that he's used to kind of messing up lower level players with this. I also didn't check, I didn't look at the minimap to see how large it was, but I saw that there was a an expansion, which kind of a mistake, me not checking how large that was. So okay, there I go. I checked right then. So I was like, all right, yeah, making sure that it was pool first or hatch first, which it should have been. Hatch isn't, pool isn't finished yet. So, as I know that there is some sort of a drone at the bottom of the stairs, I'm sending out the Reaper down there first to attack it. Now here's another big mistake. I screwed up. I put this too close to my barracks, so I had to move it, put this in there. It wasn't a big mistake, but these little things are starting to screw me up. Now, the Reaper, I want to go and see what's going on the other side of the map. I want to see when he's taking his second and third, so I'm going to send that out now. But so far, my build is going according to plan. I'm not making any massive mistakes. I scouted that, yeah, there's a little bit of something funky going on, so I'm going to go CC on the high ground. But this might not be a wall. Might not be a wall.
Add-on complete.
So, for me, this seems regular. 4 lings, a queen, second base. No third yet, though. So I'm going to start checking when these are going to take his third. I'm going to stay over here and try to figure it out. If it's after 3:20, I know that I'm expecting a lot more drone pressure rather than him droning up. So it's getting close to that time. Still, I'm just doing my build. My build is pretty fine. I'm going to get my Cyclone out. Now, my starport's almost finished. Still hasn't taken his third. I'm going to go check this side, this third down here, I think, right now. So this is when I realized, oh, okay, great. He's trying to take a third. Now I'm still in like mid-plat at this point, so I'm not so worried. I was like, okay, that's good for me. He's going to try to take a third. It's going to be great. I am checking. I see that he's moving out with the third over there. I'm going to see if he's not taking kind of a greedy fourth. So he's going to take his third now. Boom, big mistake. You know, this is from map awareness, my mini-map awareness. I didn't see lings running in. He got his lings around. Most likely ran them through here. Got them straight into my base. This is my first big mistake. Just bad mini-map awareness, not seeing. Ah, damn. I have plenty to kill this. and my I think my static position should be more. I think this is a fine static position. I don't know how I got him. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. Let's rewind back just a few seconds. Let's take a look at me. So here they come. There's all the lings. Alright, let's look at my view again. Let's look at my camera. Let's take a peek at the minimap, see if I see it. There they are, in my base. Massive, yeah, in my base. I shot at them, I attacked them, they got in. Big mistake. So now he has killed. I've killed 2 of his workers, trying to get his third. He's killed 5 of mine. I'm up. He's up on workers on me. So this is a big first kind of mistake. So I'm gonna take his overlord. Now I'm gonna go drop into his main. So I'm just trying to keep up with my build. I'm still doing okay. Still doing okay. I need to get I need to get another barracks right away. There it is. Now usually I've corrected this build and I also get a Viking during this time. But I'm just macroing my build out. Not a big issue. I'm gonna try not to get supply blocked. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I'm okay. Now, so I'm down 5 workers, which means my economy is a little bit lower than it should be, but I get queen. And I'm going to attack his, I'm just going to let that go. It seems like that's doing okay. I looked at it a little bit too long. Not a big issue. I'm realizing there's just a couple links trickling in. It's still fine. Not too worried about it. Not going to touch it. I'm going to start my upgrades. I messed up. Like, this was one mistake also. Okay, so we'll talk about this in a second. Alright, so, great. Good things I did. I got a queen and I got the spawning pool. What I didn't see, Spire. Almost finished. Almost finished Spire. Now, this was kind of just a big... It was very lucky. I didn't see that. That was just barely out of my vision. If you look at my vision, literally just barely outside of it. But in any case, that's I got his pool, and I didn't see his spire, but I did kill 5 workers. So we're on the same worker count now. Zeal have warned myself. Now, big mistakes I'm making right now on my side of the build. Let me see here. Big mistakes I'm making on my side of the build. I should have done +1, stim +1, and then this should have been started already. And at stim, I should have been starting my 3rd. So I'm going to start floating up these minerals, but I've lost 5 workers, which is actually a substantial amount. So my my resource income is a little bit bad. I did forget this second barracks, so I'm kind of off at this point. So everything's just a little bit on the off side. But let's keep looking at what's going on here. So I'm going to try to get a 3rd. This is where I'm going to take my 3rd. A little bit late. Should be taking about 5:30-ish. I'm just holding off till I have 400 minerals. There it is. Now I'm going to get my combat shields. Luckily, combat shields only like a 20-second upgrade. So I can, yeah, 70 seconds. Should still time out pretty well. I'm going to kill all the overlords in my base. He's trying to get a good scout on me, see what I'm doing. He sent in a lot of overlords. So he's making these big mistakes too. Now he's massively supply blocked. I'm going to send my drop back in. Now, this is an issue. Let's see what I saw here. So let me turn off this number. See this? I see the spire. I see that he has a spire. I was looking at all these banelings and looking at my attack. Rather than using my attack to scout, which it should be, I'm not very good at killing workers. I didn't even kill any workers that time. All I did was take a little bit of map control. But I saw that hit a spire. Let's see how that comes to wreck me. So I'm waiting for these 3 to finish, and I'm going to push out. That's what I'm working on right now. Getting those 3 in. I'm starting to float up my minerals. Now, here's a big mistake. My building placement. I trap this siege tank in. This is a key part of my build. A key part of my build. And my siege tank is stuck. So this is a big issue. Big problem. So I'm going to start up some new barracks. I'm kind of just making stuff right now. I don't really have a follow-up plan after this. I do now, but during this game I didn't.
Upgrade complete.
Now, again, let's see what's going on with my tanks. I've learned that you need to have at least 2 squares between your buildings. I should have put these 1 square more to the left. I've done this many times in matches on the ladder, and I need to fix that. What I could do is just put them in a drop ship, pick them up, drop them out over here. It takes a lot of APM, and I don't. So let's see more mistakes that I'm going to make in this. But I'm getting my upgrades. I'm going to start level 2. I'm going to get combat shields. I'm going to start making marauders. And it is time to move out. I'm going to get another NG bay and an armory. So I can start getting +2.
Upgrade complete.
I'm going to go pushing towards his 3rd. I remember that he took this as his 3rd. So 8 minutes, he should have maybe a 4th. He sees me moving out with this overlord. And as he moves out, as I move out, he's very smart.
Research.
So just kind of playing sloppy right now. Here it is. Mutas come in. So I'm thinking, okay, at this point, I know that I've done a lot of damage to him, and I felt as long as I can hold my ground, this is a lot of mutas, but I'm starting to make my turrets here. I've got my my buildings. I'm going to try to rally into my main, try to keep it, but I feel like I can actually do quite a bit of damage with this attack. If we look at upgrades, yeah, he's got Baneling speed and Zergling speed, no actual upgrades. He's not trying to get upgrades right now at the 8-minute mark. He doesn't even have, he has 1 NG bay, but he's not using it for anything besides, I don't know. He's not, like, I'm not too threatened by this player. Even with me losing, like, he's got 55 workers, and I think this is just where he's going to stop. This is when he just starts making a lot of units and trying to move across the map. He does have a lot of Banelings. This is one of the other big problems I have with my spot here. So let's just keep walking, keep watching. So I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, I've taken critical damage. I can't. I'm gonna stop making SCVs. I need to get critical damage back before I go in. Now, I have enough to completely destroy all of his stuff. Issue is, let's see what's coming here. I know that he has a lot of Ling Bane. If we just look at army supply, I have much more army supply than he does, and it's upgraded. Issue is, if I want to take on this army right here, all I needed were these 2 tanks. If I had these 2 tanks down here and here, he runs everything up at me. I stim backwards. I get a massive hit on these Banelings. If I just click the siege tanks, click on these Banelings since they're all clumped up. 2 shells on the Banelings, finished. He's got only 6 larvae right now, which means he can make a couple more Mutas or a couple more Zerglings. And that gives me free range to completely decimate his entire economy, his whole build. So I still could have won with this push. I just needed tank 1 and tank 2, but I locked them in a prison of my own design. So I'm yeah, pretty dire at this point. But all of his mutas are coming home. He's select all army keyed, running home. But luckily for him, I pick up. I'm going to try to get into a spot where his banelings can't get me, but I'm going to lose all my medevacs. So I try to drop like in a mineral line over here. Lose a medevac, get the Banes in, kills all my stuff. GG, well played, out the door. So a lot of things I did wrong. Things I did right, took my expansion on the high ground, so I didn't have to play ring around the rosy with the Zergling on the bottom. Just put it on the top ground, very easy, no worries. Other things I did well, scouting the third to see when he was taking it. He took it really late, but because he's, I mean, this is, I'm floating 1,000 gas for that is also because he killed 27 of my workers with Mutas. Biggest issue, the biggest mistake I made was not realizing that there was a Spire. Even at the first drop when I didn't see the Spire, I was safe. When I walked it back in, I could have seen the Spire. I could have gone turret, 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 moved out with everything. Mutas do nothing. My push, maybe my push gets cleaned up by these, but I have a third down. I keep mining. I mean, even at this point, even at the end, I didn't kill his hatch, but it's been, I had copious options to win this match, and just kind of threw it away. So hopefully you learned something. Hopefully that every loss that you have, you go back through and you watch it to understand why you lost and to try to improve and figure out what you could do to get better. And mine is just map awareness, mini-map awareness, seeing the Zerglings come in, close that, no problem. Didn't lose 5 workers, on track with my build. During my drop, see this, no problem, Mutas. I know how to respond, 1, 2, 1, 2, maybe put 1, 2 here in my production so they can't do anything over here. And game is mine. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.